So greetings to you. Happy holidays. And welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I'm Dr. Prasad. Well, today I want to first of all acknowledge the lovely people who have been there for all times. You supported, you subscribed, you prayed, you meditated, you shared the program, you shared the live. You were always having some very positive, inspirational comment to make. I want to thank you. I exist because of you. Without you, there is no me. Everything that this program is about, everything that I represent, and that I've always stood for, it is as a result of you. There is no other motivation, none whatsoever. But the wonderful people who follow the programs on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, on whatever platform this may be available. Even the ones who followed on radio and television over the years. A lot of you are still there. And I am so honored that you were consistent in your support, and I had to be consistent in what I do. I had to step it up because of what is at stake. And what is at stake is a country that came out of darkness, that came out of a history that nobody wants to remember, that came out of a past that is so horrible, so ugly, so horrific, so nightmarish, that no one wants to talk about. No one wants to even use the experiences of the past to make whatever point they want to make today. Nobody wants the association because that is how bad it was. And since Guyana has migrated from that time and that period of the dark ages into what we consider now, into what I've been championing for quite a while, what I've been saying, what I've been encouraging, what I've been calling and appealing and pleading to Guyanese to do. Before you look inside, look outside. Step out of your homes. Get out of your vehicles. Get off social media and step out physically onto the grounds of Guyana and taste the golden age that started 2020 and is on the right track to producing actual gold. This is the age of prosperity for Guyana. This is the age of real miracles. This is the age of where dreams will come true. This is the age where prosperity matters. Your prosperity matters. This is the age where Guyanese would be able to travel to any country and be proud that they are from Guyana, not having to hide under an identity of some other land because of the fear and the shame of being associated with a country that was once cursed by the rest of the world. Why? Because of the leaders that Guyana was subjected to. Because somehow, somewhere, something went wrong with Guyana and the universe succumbed that country to the iron fist of a demonic leader as Forbes Borno, followed by decades of interference from his cronies and his disciples until 2015, as recent as 2015. We tasted the remnants of what Burnham was all about under Granger, and those who are still around today. The universe heard the cries. The universe heard the tears. The universe listened to the lamentations of Guyanese. And the universe realized that this generation that is present now in Guyana deserves better, deserves the experience of prosperity, deserves to know that they can wake up every day not worrying about where the next meal comes from, not worrying about who is going to break into their house to steal the little sugar they still have, not worrying about today is their birthday and they just want to wear the cheap gold chain on their neck to just walk around and somebody snatches it, where they don't have to worry about getting a home, paying off a mortgage, starting a business, security for themselves and their families, freedom of expression, democracy, real democracy. The universe know Guyanese, this generation of Guyanese, deserves to know that they can live in a country where they can breathe freely, where their parents can say, had I been born in this time, had I been able to experience what my children are experiencing when I was a child, I would have been a monk. I would have given myself to the service of humanity. That's what a lot of grandparents are saying right now, because they are alive to witness the magnificence of what Guyana has evolved to witness the greatness, the prestige, and the divinity that the universe has delivered to her, Guyana, in the President Irfan Ali. A lot of grandparents, parents are now smiling and are happy for their children that God has answered. And they have seen the promised land. Now they can go to the graveyards and tell the ones that have gone, I am here today and I have seen the promised land that God told you about, that you were massacred for, that you were starved to death for, that you suffered for, that you angered for, that you struggled for. Now you can go to the burial ground and tell the persons that are gone, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, that you are alive today now to live in the promised land that they were promised in their time. Today, you, the generation, are experiencing it under the People's Progressive Party President Irfan Ali. Don't take it for granted. This is the best generation now Guyana has, that we can see what it is like to live in prosperity, to live in a prosperous country, to spend like there is no tomorrow, to dream because we know it's beautiful when it comes true, to hope because we know that our hope is founded on justice, on truth, on promise that is always delivered, and on the fact that we have a man of God in the office of the president, a man who stands behind everything he preaches, where his character is impeccable, where his family life is the best example that you can see as a Guyanese citizen. We are now the best generation to hug that, to boast about it. We can travel anywhere in the world and say, I am a Guyanese. And the rest of the world would say, my honor to you. I bow to you. You have the best president. I have visited your land. And now I am making arrangements to relocate in your land because I want to taste the beauty of what it takes to live a life of excellence. That is what this generation of Guyanese have at our disposal. And we need to hold fast to that. If you have anything that you need to defend, is this government. If you have anything that you need to sacrifice for, is this government. If you have any man ever in your life, besides your deity, besides your God, besides your Lord, besides your biblical spiritual heroes, there is any man that works and has earned our collective defense, is President Ali, Irfan Ali, Muhammad Irfan Ali, Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali. This generation of Guyanese would go down in history as the most fortunate generation Guyana has produced. I want you to take that serious. Because that loyalty would be tested in the coming days, in the coming weeks, in the coming months. That loyalty would be tested. And I want to be the first to tell you, I want to be the first to exhort you. I want to be the first to lift you up. I want to be the first to have my strong shoulders carry you. Because if Guyana falls, the Caribbean will follow. We have to be the foundation and the pillars. We have to be the trendsetter in all good things to the rest of the Caribbean. So we have to make sure that we love Guyana so much while we entertain the spirit of Christmas, while we entertain the celebrations of New Year. I want us to include also the passion of citizenry. Provoke yourself, stimulate yourself, and understand that the passion of citizenry is perpetual, not seasonal. It's a daily religion that you have to wake up every day and say, I will stand with Guyana regardless of whatever the opposition says, regardless of whatever the haters of my president say, regardless of what any person outside of the border says. I will stand with my country and my government because I know what the government under Ali, President Irfan Ali, I as in you and I, we know how our lives are transformed. We know that. I appeal to you, Guyanese. Protect it. Protect your investment. Don't underestimate the value of your vote. Your vote is more valuable than the house you live in, than the car you drive, than what you think you have in your bank account, than your relationship. Your vote is more valuable than anything that you can buy with money. Why? Because if you put and invest that vote into something as shitty of a low life like Granger, and you made him president, what did you get? What have you gotten for your value? What have you gotten from 2015, 2020 for the value of your vote? What? You want to measure it in material things? Okay, fine. What materialistic thing you have received from Granger and his government and his bank of thieves to say that you got value for your vote? What? Zero. This ain't okay. When it comes to this show, when I do this, it's not fucking okay. It's zero. Yeah, I can do 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0 on the Granger. Some of you idiots did not heed the warning, and you invest that most precious gem that you have in that fuck up. Scum, skunt, Ajuddin Mohammed. What did you get for that? What? You almost ruined the country because of that bad investment. You might as well bought a lottery with your value. If you thought your vote was valued, your vote was valued 10,000. Take the 10,000 and buy fucking lotteries. You may have gotten something back in return. You invested it in that idiot. What's your returns? What has been your return? I'm asking you a question. Answer me. What has been your fucking return for investing your vote in Muhammad? Can't answer me, right? Watch and learn. You idiots, watch and learn. The rest of us, as in most of Guyana, the awakened Illuminatis of Guyana, we invested in the PPP. We invested in Irfan Ali. Look what we got. Look how we're celebrating. Look how happy we are. Look how healthy we are. Look how sane we are. Look how pretty we are. Look how attractive we are. Because we invested in the best Fortune 500 venture any money can buy. And that is the greatest president in the history, not just Guyana, but Latin America, the Caribbean, Latin America. See, I don't know much about Europe, but I'll speak for where I am. That we Guyanese are the envy of the region, to the point where they are literally waiting for the countdown explosions in Venezuela. Bombs are dropping, boom, 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 bombs are dropping, so that Guyana's borders can be penetrated and invaded by all the scums and all the rats running out of the ghettos of Venezuela into Guyana to destabilize, upset the normalcy of the country, and provoke revolutions in Guyana. That's what the rest of the region is waiting for. So they can go back to what they love to say. Oh, Guyana, shithole place, all them niggas are thieving and they're killing people. They're robbing and they stink, they're nasty. Look at their Rastafarian self. Oh, they wear rags and they smell bad. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what the rest of the region says about black people in Guyana. I'm just repeating. That's what they want Guyana to go back to. They don't want to see what our beautiful Minister of Local Government is doing, beautifying the place. That's an extension of her. She's beautiful, so she's making the country beautiful. They don't want to see that. They want to see those fuck-ups from those podcasts and those YouTubers, this Christmas skunt, they call him Christmas skunt. Yes, I said it. Who like to expose shit about countries. I don't know what his agenda is or who he's working for. People like that, niggas like that, they like going into places, the worst of the filthy worst, amongst the filthy Negroes in Guyana, and they film. And then they put it on their platform to show the rest of the world, oh, they have all this oil, but look how their countries stink. Look how their country are filled with rats and fucking foul cocks and yard hens, prostitutes and thieves. That's what they show. That's what they enjoy. We can't have that. We can't entertain that. Where are they now? This Christmas skunt. Where are they now? All of them who go to get content from Guyana, and the only places they can choose to go is fucking Buxton, or was it again? Tiger Bay. And they film all those gutters, those stinking gutters where they stand and they piss right there. They shit right there. They film that to make the rest of us, the 99.9%, 0.1% of Guyana, look like we're all shitty people. And that's supposed to be good. No. I say no. I say when those people come around and they say, oh, I'm a YouTuber, I'm making content, I ask the question, what content? What are you trying to show? How you intend to broadcast and promote my country? What image are you trying to portray? Because the last video you showed, you tried to make us look like niggas from fucking Jamaica, killing each other. We live in shabby houses and broken down windows and boarded up shanty houses. That's how you portrayed Guyana. So what the fuck you coming back for? To do what? To show more? You mean the rest of the world have an appetite for shit? They don't want you to show that our greatest president, better than yours, has transformed our country, that our beautiful female ministers are extending their personality into the work they do, and they are transforming the neighborhoods. Oh, you don't want to show that, because you want the rest of the world to think that with all the oil we have, and all the minerals and natural resources, and all the brainiacs we have in the country, oh, it's only a small group of people. According to Azruddin Muhammad, it's only a small group of people that are benefiting from the oil. The rest of the population lives at Mahdia. They have no access to the city. They are in the Jim Jones section there, just cut off. And the whole country is occupied by Bar Jagdeo and his 100 people. That's the impression they're selling. They wouldn't sell the impression that before Priya Manikchan took charge of the local government ministry, how many ministers wasn't under the local government ministries before her? How many? Many, plenty. Nothing happened. PNC time, Jagdeo time, nothing happened. Even the past 5 years with President Irfan Ali, the former Minister of Local Government, nothing happened. Priya came. September, October, November, December. Look around. Oh, look around. 4 months. The Christmas village, the Christmas market. Oh, just look around. Take a look. If you have issues with your eyes, put your glasses on. You see, I have prescription glasses, and I decide to wear the glasses today, not because I have issues with making out some words when I'm reading, but I want to see all the scraps and scrapes that are tuned in to my life. I want to see them so I can predict the things they're going to say later. You know, all those assholes from Win, one of them telling me he's gonna what? When I die in my blue suit. Apparently he took the bait, he took the bond money or the hit money to take me out. And he's so stupid, he's saying it on social media. So stupid. He's making that threat on social media, suggesting. That's how idiotic they are. They're following a blind leader with fucking girly pimples, and they want to take me on. But this is what's happening. I'm talking to the Guyanese generation that are experiencing the beauty of the country. None of that these fools want to show. None of that. They're going to keep coming until they get to the last ghetto that is still yet to be overturned, still yet to be invaded by the beauty of Priya Manikchan. And then they're going to search the country, and they're going to go all the way to the hidden parts of the hinterland where civilization probably forgot, amongst the Amerindian tribes that wants nothing to do with the internet, with television. They just want to live fishing, hunting, and with their bonfires at night. They're going to go there and make content to say, oh, look at Guyana, all the oil money, but look how the citizens are living. Because there will be no other place in Georgetown, in regions 1 to 10, where people are occupied, that they can go to violate and spread lies about Guyana. Because our government is slowly, not one region at a time, all the regions together. What did the president say? One Guyana. All the regions together, the government is slowly, 1 minute at a time, transforming. I have to re-emphasize. Look, folks, I'm a mentalist. I focus on the mind. It's not about emotions. When my mind is turned on, it is turned on beyond wanting to fuck. It's turned on beyond that. Because when you are turned on, you just want to fuck, it's like for a moment. If you don't get the pussy, you forget about it. But when you're mentally stimulated beyond sex, the euphoria don't just go. It doesn't disappear within days. It takes months. And when I see the beauties around Guyana in this time. When I look at the amazing structure of the Ali, Irfan, can you please finish a bridge so we can call Irfan Ali River Bridge? I keep mixing up you and Jagdeo. See, fuck. I'm prejudiced against the bridge because I really wanted the bridge to be called Irfan Ali River Bridge. My apologies, Dr. Jagdeo, but I said it before. I wanted the bridge to be called Irfan Ali River Bridge. So even though it's called Barajagdeo River Bridge, I'm prejudiced. I want to call it Irfan's Bridge. But anyway, correct me because I know I'm wrong. The Irfan Ali, fuck. There we go again. The Bharat Jagdeo River Bridge. When we look at that, we look at all the roads throughout the country that all the critics from the PNC and the Win Party are driving on, racing on, causing accidents on, damaging the light poles. When we look at that and we take a look at this time throughout the country, Berbice, Essequibo, Demerara, the stores, the supermarkets, the markets, the vendors, the hustlers, how they are enjoying the flood of customers. They can't count the money fast enough that is coming to them from their fellow Guyanese in their patronage. You look at all of that. When we look at what the ministries are doing at this time, I am mentally stimulated. Yeah. Mentally stimulated. I am lusting. I am becoming lustful. I'm fantasizing over Guyana. I mean, Guyana does have a nice shape. You see the shape of Guyana, right? That peak, then it comes down and the curve, and then you see the shape, right? Yeah, like a woman. You just want to fuck and keep fucking. That is one woman that is always a virgin. And when you see what's happening in that woman, I am mentally stimulated. I am mentally horny. I ain't my dick. It's just my brains. It's amazing. That is what they want to block. That's what they want to block. We can't afford that. We have to defend it. We have to stand and prosper with it, my fellow Guyanese. For me to go into the sentences that comes out of the Win Party and the PPP and the PNC, I'm giving them attention. I can't quote them. I wouldn't quote them. You see, if I quote them, it makes them seem smart, makes them seem intelligent. Oh, he's quoting me. Oh, yes, Dr. Campbell says, and I quote, President Ali is the most handsome president in the history of Guyana. Okay, well, yeah, okay. That I can repeat. Okay, fine. I quote, Dr. Campbell says, the leader of the PNC, yeah, he's now the leader. They didn't want Manny Paul because they think they'll turn away the straight people in the party. And Aubrey Norton is pushed out. So we have the new leader, Campbell, Dr. Campbell. And Dr. Campbell said, quote unquote, President Irfan Ali is the most beautiful president in Guyana's history. The man used the word beautiful. Makes you wonder why he's always picking on Ali. It's not funny that the PNC has a bunch of, how do they do it? You know, anyway. So you would understand if they find Ali attractive. I know Manny Paul finds him attractive. I know Aubrey got a thing for Jack Dio, but now Campbell has a thing for Ali, saying he's beautiful. I can quote him on that. But with other stuff, nah, man, I'm giving them attention. It's not worth it. Now with the Mohammeds, you don't want to quote them either. Because even if you have to quote them, they're so grammatically wrong. They're always stupid. You can't quote stupid people. You can't quote them. So what do? I make presentations. I theorize. I put together short stories in my mind that speaks to what is coming out of their side. So the followers understand what I'm talking about. Because my audience are smart people. They're intelligent. My base, because my base is PPP. Large black audience, they're also PPP. And if they're not from Guyana, they're from the conscious side of the African, thing. I ain't talking to the rest of the idiots. The stupid ones who are still waiting for their cash grant from Azruddin Mohammed and from their gifts from APNU. Imagine the APNU can only afford to give 3 hampers for the Christmas. Imagine 3 hampers. That's all they can come together with. What happened to the 100 million, Campbell? You can't take $1 million from that and put together some packages for your people? Aubrey Norton, you earn for 5 years almost 2 million plus Guyana dollars a month with all the other handouts you get. You mean you can't take some money from all this free money you got because you did nothing as opposition leader? Nothing. You didn't work. You got easy money. You couldn't take some of that and feed them Negroes? You had to actually wait until Azruddin decided to stop funding the party and just direct his funds to Norton and these others to shut up and not to talk about him. Now Azruddin Mohammed is giving away his apartments to the residents of Tiger Bay. That's what I heard. Come on. We all hear stuff and we don't bet nothing. So why am I different? I heard that. All right? I heard that because of the non-performance of the many apartment buildings with swimming pool that Azruddin built to hide his corrupt money, then when they come after him for the money, he will say, well, I don't have money, I have no cash, I have nothing. He built a lot of these buildings with the money he stole from the government, not the government, from Guyanese. So he decided that since he doesn't want to deliver on the cash grant because he doesn't have cash, and he still has to pay Smelly Smell for the fake news she's pushing, that the government has no money to pay contractors, he got to pay her still. So he's broke. The Mohammeds are broke. Now what's happening, based on inside information, maybe they wanted me to start saying some nice things about this fuck up. So here I'm going to say something nice. To all the Win people who are attacking me, you would love what I'm about to say. This is your attack paying off. Your boss, from what one of you said to me, would be opening up his apartments, he has many, to the residents of Tiger Bay. Because they have to move, they have to get out of that place. He's going to give them his apartments for free. All they need to do is to pay their electricity bill and their water bill. Because in his mind, he needs some fighters. Because when they're ready to go arrest him to put him on the boat, not by plane. You're taking the long journey out of Guyana, not by no quick trip. No quick trip. No slam bam, thank you fucking ma'am. None of that shit. You're taking the boat 3 months at sea. Yeah. Anyway, he wants an army to fight against the police when they come to arrest him, to give him to the Americans and put him on the ship. So he decides that, you know what? If you give them niggas some free stuff, they'll fight for you. So he decides to give up his apartments, all the apartments he has, that is empty for years. No business, no occupancy, nothing. They have all these swimming pools and nobody to nasty it. So give them niggas. Because I said before that he doesn't want black people to rent his building. Maybe he heard it. Yeah, maybe they told him. So they get a message back to me. You're wrong. He's not a racist. He actually likes black people. No, he loves black people to the point that he's going to show you. He's going to give them his apartments to live for free. For free. Mr. Muhammad, look, maybe I said some things out of emotions, maybe. It happens, shit happens. I wanna ask you something. Do you think you can get your brother one? I'll pay my rent. I don't want it for free. Give me a house. I'll say some nice things about you. Even while you're in prison, I'll still remember your kindness to me. Because you see, I can't take your money, but I can take your house. I can take a property. Just give me a property. After all, I'm still black. To you, I'm black. And your scraps. To you, I'm a fake Indian. Yeah, they're saying I can't even speak Indian. Abi and Ayu and Abidis and Ayo. They're saying I can't even speak that, so I'm fake. So the thing is, Muhammad, I'm black still. I'm still a black man. Give me an apartment. One in, the residential areas. Because I can't take the loud noises, it's just too much. I don't want the pools because I'm not going to swim in the pools with these, come on, I'm not you. My skin is sensitive. I can't, bathe in the same waters with other people like that. I need a shower to myself. Let me know. Then I promise you I would say some very nice things about you. Yeah. I would say things like, don't make fun of the man's face. The man just have some teenage pimples. Maybe he still hasn't matured yet. Maybe he needs to use some compounder. Maybe his sister needs to tell him how to use makeup. Teach him how to use makeup. Maybe he doesn't like drinking water. Could it be that the water from the Guyana Water Authority is turning him away? Is it that you're that broke, Muhammad, that you can't buy distilled waters from the shop? I'll pay you the rent so you can take that rent money and buy water, proper water, so you can drink. Then your face can perspire and get all that fat out your system. I'll do that because you're a young man. You're just 30, you're not even 40 yet. Seriously, you should not be looking like that. When I was your age, when I was 38, trust me, everybody was hitting on me, young and old. I mean, they still do, but the point is, you get the point. Because it doesn't matter what age you are, your dick is still the same. So if it's big then, you go older, it's still big. It make a sense, it make no difference. So Muhammad, congratulations on winning the Tiger Bay residence. You think you want to compete with Priya Manik-Chan? You might have apartment, but she has beauty. Black people like beauty. They might question that whole apartment thing. What? You want to give us apartment for free? Mm-mm. Doesn't look good. I mean, blacks like free money and food, but they ain't gonna trust that free housing stuff. That's why they squat a lot. They rather go on government land or somebody's land and put up something there that they know belongs to them than for them to fall for some shit like, I'm gonna live for free in a big ass place like this with swimming pool, a guard hut, nice lawns, and a Lamborghini parked somewhere. Something is wrong. Put a rent up. Give me a price to pay rent. Even if I ain't gonna pay your ass, just give me a price to pay rent. Let me know at least I gotta pay rent. See, if I don't pay the rent, take me to court. The point is, I ain't want it for free. You think you know black people. I'm the expert on blacks. I'm the expert on Negroes, and I'm telling you, yeah, I know more about Negroes than fucking Heinz and the PNC. If I run for president, the blacks would vote for me because they're like, he knows us. So the thing is, they ain't gonna fall for that, Mohammed. So don't pull that stunt. You promised them cash grants, they believed it. Where is the money? Did I tell you that I'm from Linden? Yeah, I didn't tell you, right? Mr. Muhammad, I have relatives in Linden. Yes, Amelia's Ward, some other place there. I've never been to correction. I have relatives in Linden. So I should be qualified for the cash grant from you too for Lindeners. So it's a double impact. It's double impact. I mean, thank you, President Ali. You said Christmas would be great. You are the best, man. Ali, you are a prophet. I'm watching you, Ali. You are a prophet. You say stuff and things happen. President Ali, you say stuff and things happen. Look what has happened. You said Guyanese would have a wonderful Christmas, a great Christmas. You delivered. Guyanese are shopping like crazy. The whole city is beautiful. It is Christmas everywhere. You can't tell if there's poor people in Guyana. And to top it off, I have just discovered, President Ali, Dr. Prasad, let me use the black name because that's going to throw me up. Kenny Sherwin Warner. It's not even black. It's a European name. Either way, I don't have any black name. You skunks. Either way. Anyway. President Irfan Ali, I have just realized that your words came through because based on the fact that Muhammad is giving apartments to black people, I am black. So I qualify for one. It's a great Christmas. Plus, I have relatives in Linden. So by relation, by bloodline, I qualify for the cash grant of Azriddin Muhammad for Lindeners. It's a double blessing. And I am here begging for donations. Imagine that. Those fuck-ups are telling me, you're begging for donations. Oh, you're struggling with life. Oh, life is hard for you. Thank you, fools, for saying that because I acknowledge. Therefore, I'm telling your boss now, please, Muhammad, I am black. I'm being honest. Look at me. Kinky. No, forget the hair. Wrong face. Look, broad shoulders. You want to see the thing? You want to see? You want to see that to verify that I'm black? You want to see it? So I qualify for the apartment. What, do I have to pass through Tiger Bay? Come on, man, don't discriminate now. We're getting along so fine. I'm talking nice about you. Give me the cash grant, man. I need the 200,000. I should have taken it when you promised it before, when you offered it. That wasn't Guyana dollars, that was US dollars. Now 200,000 Guyana dollars is still better than nothing. I can't be sanctioned for that. The president's word came to pass. And folks, I'll let you know if I get a positive response. But in the meantime, the residents of Tiger Bay would be happy. They would be celebrating. I mean, they wouldn't move in immediately because I think they have to go through some whatever paperwork, whatever it is, but it wouldn't be an immediate process. So they would not be spending Christmas or New Year's in the Muhammad's towers. He calls himself the Guyanese Trump. You let Donald Trump hear that. You're using a man's name loosely. Anyway, Trump means business. War is inevitable. In other words, any day now, because as of yesterday, they're actively pursuing a third oil tanker. They took two already. They're going after the third one. They're circling the third one, trying to get it to stop. It's not stopping, but they only have helicopters. It's hard for helicopters, instead of not, putting themselves in danger, to try to stop an oil tanker. The most they could do is blow it up, but I don't think they will do that. But they're right now, as we speak, trying to stop another sanctioned oil tanker from Venezuela. The third one in 2 weeks. Maduro's chicken is cooked. It's overcooked. He's fucked. He's done. And he still wouldn't quit. It seems like his citizens, they have to do something like what happened in the country where the CIA helped to overthrow that Bangladesh, when they had that uprising there. Maybe Venezuela needs something like that, because the people are starving now. They're hungry. 3 oil tankers, that's the money, that's their paycheck. They can't get money now. They're done. China would not lend them money, because what are you going to pay me back with? Russia don't have money. So all they're doing is talking. The Chinese came out and condemned this last seizure, but that's all they can do, condemn it. Because the Americans are stopping every one of it. The president said, I say, that's Donald Trump, I'm quoting Donald Trump, he says, I said nothing going in and nothing coming out. Venezuela is going to remain a fucking virgin until I say it's time for her to remove her virginity. Because when you can't get a dick in, it means the dick can't come out. So the pussy is offline. But they're still pushing it. And the man said, okay, you're not listening. You're not taking me serious. The military will stop everything. No planes going in or out. No boats going in or out. Everything they're stopping. And this third one, they're busy with it right now. What is good to note here is that if the ship don't voluntarily stop, they would have to disable the ship. They would have to use technology to do it, or they would have to fire upon the ship. And since it's carrying oil, that can cause a huge explosion. And that will ignite the war. So I want you to watch this event right now that is unfolding. Pay close attention to that. Because if the ship does not, if they do not announce that they have the ship in their control, in their possession, they're not going to pursue the ship all the way to China or Iran. They're going to stop it by any means necessary. But right now, only helicopters they're trying to stop it with. No jets, just helicopters. If it doesn't, they have to shoot it down. They have to shoot it. And if they shoot at it, it's over. Guyana has to be prepared. Guyana has to be on standby, including Suriname. Because when shots are fired, the Venezuelans would have to react. And if they react, that's what the Americans are waiting for the Venezuelan to fire one bullet, just one. They're waiting for that. Then the special forces that are on the ground in Venezuela, then the military ships and planes that are right outside the border will begin fire. They're going to start with targeted bombing. Then they're going to go after the military. Then they will have ground fighting like Iraq and Afghanistan. And that's going to cause the poor, starving citizens of Venezuela to run for cover. And where else would they go? Guyana, Suriname. They're not going to go to Colombia because Colombia is right now on ice. They're not going to get involved because if they go to Colombia, they know that Colombia is also on the target. So they won't go to a country that could be potentially hit also. The only country they can find safety is Guyana, Suriname, and these closely bordered countries. Those are the only countries. So you have to, Guyanese, pay close attention to what's happening right now with a third oil tanker that the Americans are trying to seize. They're pursuing it as we speak. As of late, before this live, I was following the news. They haven't gained control of it yet. They're still actively going after it, but it's not stopping. It's defying the orders to stop. It's not stopping because Maduro ordered them not to stop. So they have to stop it manually. And if the ship is moving, it's difficult for the helicopters to drop the soldiers because you don't know what they have inside. You don't know what ammunition they have on board. So if these soldiers land on the ship and then they're confronted by Venezuelan military on the ship, then they can start a conflict on the ship. So they don't know what military asset Venezuela has on the ship. So they have to get the ship to stop, then call for backup, then they can board the ship. And because it will be surrounded by all these military assets of the United States, even if they have fighters from Venezuela on the ship, they would not react because they will be outnumbered. But the 5 helicopters trying to stop the ship, it's a tall task. The only thing is to just shoot it, bomb it. And that will be, well, you don't know how many people on board. They're not carrying drugs. They're just carrying sanctioned oil. And you don't want to lose that oil. You don't want to lose that oil. It's money. It's about $100 million worth in oil. You don't want to lose that because you bomb the ship, it's going to leak out at sea. And that's another catastrophic event. So it's a lot of things involved here. So that's why they're trying to get the ship to stop. They're trying to get it to come to a halt to prevent any firepower, any bombing, because then oil is going to spill into the sea. Then there's another crisis. Then there's another situation. And it's a waste of money. But they're pursuing it right now. The only option the ship has is to turn back en route to Venezuela. That's the only option. Otherwise to that, they're fucked. Until next time, this is Uncensored Guyana. And thanks for your love gift. You can do that via Western Union, MoneyGram, or Zelle. And yes, you, the folks from the Win Party, you're also invited to make your donations. After all, I'm broke, I'm struggling. That's why I'm begging for money. So you, for the people from Win, since your boss can't send me anything, you can do it. The money he's paying you to cuss me out, you can send that money. I'm sure it's maybe, you wouldn't do it for free. I mean, come on. So you can do that. I'll forget all the anger against you. I would say, okay, they're paying me to forgive them. So I'll say, okay, fine, I'll take your money, I'll forgive you, it's no problem. But don't cost me out that you can't send me a gift. Come on, man. That's bullying. No wonder a lot of your wives left you. Because you're greedy. You're not generous. You want to fuck the woman, you don't want to give her money at the end of the month. So she left your stupid ass. Now you want to cost me out, but you don't want to send me a nice Christmas gift. I'm gonna leave your ass as well. I'll block you from my page. That's me leaving you. So I'm giving you until Christmas Eve day. If I don't see any receipt, say this is from the win party. I'm a member of the win party. I'm the person who used to cuss you out. I'm sending this nice $1,000 to you. I mean, that is American dollars, not Guyana dollars. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, well, you know what? I am black again. Anyway, bye now.